Alright guys, welcome to the second episode of Mind of the Tiger, where these sets aren't really about winning or losing, it's just about my general mindset of fighting against, other players in the KI community. Right now I'm fighting against UL Flash, who is basically a notable Sabre Wolf player who's made top 32 for 4 months, hence why he has 4 stars on his name. Alright, now when I first play a game I always like to test out my opponent and see what they're like, so I'd purposely do random pokes and drop things, just to see what they're like. Alright, I now realise that he doesn't like to block and wake up, so I'm going to start applying pressure to him for it. Alright, I managed to take the round. Okay, that's noted that he likes to jump pretty much at the beginning of a round. So it's just something I've taken note of. I'm not going to start doing anything about it as of yet, but it's just something that I've noted. I'm doing forward roundhouse on his wake up because I know that he doesn't like to block. Alright, he used instinct to cancel and get a dash for reset. I did a neutral jump to bait the Shadow Eclipse, but he can cancel back into neutral because that's what Sabre Wolf does, and I honestly think it's one of the things that are fundamentally flawed with the character, because I just think it's dumb. You can do something that's unsafe, even on whiff, and cancel it. If I manage to block it and you cancel it, that's a different story, but when you completely miss, I think that's pretty dumb. But it is what it is, isn't it? He does ridiculous damage in that mode as well, and then I essentially lost my whole life bar for it. I was pretty much an entire life bar up, but as soon as he popped Instinct, the game pretty much rewarded him for being beat up. Alright. One thing I noticed now, he's not really reacting or basically adjusting to anything that I'm doing. It's more a case of just him throwing things out, and I'm the one that's basically doing the reacting and adapting. With Sabre Wolf having inconsistent linkers from the rest of the cast, like 2-hit heavies, you don't know whether it's a medium or heavy, it's just pretty much a complete guess. And ultimately I die from it because I can't guess left, right, high or low, and I can't tell between, the 2-hit heavy linkers and, the 1-hit mediums, It's inconsistent from the rest of the cast, so there's only so much I can do. At the end of the day, I'm only human. I've gone to combo breaker training modes and it doesn't make a difference. Again, punishing him. He's breaking my medium manual, which I think is another thing that I think is fundamentally flawed with the combo system that you're able to break so early. I knew he's going to break again because his breaking habits become kind of predictable, so I punish him with a counter breaker. I'm doing forward roundhouse on this wake up because I know he doesn't like to block. I'm jumping just to get away from his pressure, but then he cancels back into neutral state because again, instinct is essentially dumb mode. Again, he's doing feral cancel, dash through resets. I'm managing to block sections of it, but I'm guessing wrong, whether he's going to go left, right, high or low. And he does 67% damage from me not guessing right and doing unreactable resets where I have to anticipate it rather than react. GG's. Again, now I'm doing something about him jumping at the beginning of a round by punishing it with my jumping medium punch, which is one of Jago's best, if not his best, air normal in the game. Again, I'm punishing his breaking habits here. And now he's got instinct again. Again, the game rewarding him for being beat up. And the reason I'm jumping a lot because again, while Sabre Wolf doesn't have meter, it's actually quite advisable to jump a lot because he can't really cash out any damage. That was meant to be into a fireball to get health regen and end the game, but it's what it is. I actually meant to dragon punch him and wake up to get him off me and end the game, but it didn't come out because of execution errors. It happens sometimes because at the end of the day we're only human. Again, I thought he was going to go for overhead and he went for a low this time. I did a single break on the Shadow Linker just to bait the counter break attempt, and I won the game for it. Alright, now into the third game. Again, he's doing the same thing. He's not really changing his game plan or, adapting to anything that I'm doing. He's just doing what he wants, essentially, and just, throwing things out. Which is why he keeps jumping at the beginning of a round and, refusing to block and wake up. Again, it's like a flowchart. He actually blocked this time, which actually genuinely surprises me. See what I'm saying? It's a left, right, high, low guess. I should have anti-aired him with a dragon punch there, honestly, but I didn't, so I dropped the combo there just because of my fault, I'm human, execution errors. He popped an instinct on wake up. Again, it does anything other than block. I'm going to pop my instinct because I'm going to use the freeze to be able to dragon punch him. And now he's not going to block and wake up. And he breaks again, first frame manual. Come on, man. It's one of the things that I think is fundamentally flawed with the combo system. I don't believe you should be able to do that. I screwed up the health regen combo. I should have gone for a level 4 ender, but I thought I'd be able to catch it with a level 2, so I didn't want to give him any more instinct for getting beat up. Again, I knew he wouldn't block and wake up, so I caught him with the second hit of the heavy laser sword into a forward roundhouse. I could have done a better damage in combo, but it is what it is. He actually blocks this time, so now he's starting to block and wake up, which is actually a good thing. actually makes it more challenging for me as a player. Again, running uppercut into sweep. Again, it's not like he's doing anything different. It's just essentially like a flowchart. It's just like he's doing stuff and I'm reacting to it rather than him adapting. But again, it's gonna work because, you know, it's Sablewolf and things just work. Now, there's only so much I can do here. Like, you know, I'm only human. He breaks the heavy linker, that's fine, you know, like you can react to that. To be honest with you, I could have counter broke him there, but you know, whether or not to counter break is just one of those things. Again, I thought it was a heavy, so you know, I tried to break it. It was medium, I guessed wrong, and I died for it. It was GG's. Main reasons he beat me, guesses and resets. What can I really do? I'm only human. Alright, now here's the second part of the set. It's not really about winning or losing, it's just about giving my general thought process about how I approach certain matchups and fight against other players. Alright. He beat me in the neutral game, so he tagged me and caught me in a combo for it. I knew he'd do a dash for reset because Sablewolves do that, it's kind of predictable. Flash refuses to block and wake up, so now I can just forward roundhouse his wake up and I know I'll catch him. Here I do it again. This time I know he's going to break my shadow linker, so I'm going to break it on the third hit. And caught him with a counter breaker. Instead of going for damage, I'm going to go for meter, because you always want to have meter against Sablewolf. Just be able to punish anything that he does that's truly unsafe. I don't mind getting hit in the air like this because he can't really cash out from a juggle like that unless he has meter. At this point, he's in basically what I like to call dumb mode, because, you know, it's just a left, right, high, low guess where, what can I really do? You know, he can cancel back into neutral at any point he feels like, and he's got dash throughs and left, right, high, low guess. What can I do? The game rewards him at that point for being beat up. Here I'm going to put up and do Kara fireballs on cancelling the recovery of my fireballs on normal to make them come out faster and apply pressure from distance. I'm going to wing kick over him just to get away from him. I'm going to back dash because I know he'd jump and leap and slash at me. And wing kick because I know he'd go for a low forward. But then he broke some frame 1. That's basically the combo system in this game where I think that needs to be adjusted, but it is what it is. Jumping medium punch because he always likes to jump on the beginning of a round. Refuses to block and wake up. I thought I'd catch him with a counter breaker, but I guessed wrong this time. Nice reset. You know, I can't react to all of them. I'm only human. Okay, this time I'm breaking that. I'm not going to let him do that twice in a row. Like, come on. I'm going to catch him with an empty jump grab. For the first time in the set, he's blocked, and I'm genuinely surprised. I tried to catch him with a wing kick because I thought he'd backdash, but he did, but the backdash went too far. I tried to shadow counter him, but he did it a bit late. So I'm going to grab him and go for health regen. 2 more fireballs and block because he could slide under them at any point. As he just did there, I managed to block the slide, I managed to guess right on the Pharaoh cancel for once. For the second time in the set, he's actually blocked, and I'm genuinely surprised again. The Dragon Punch him to get him off me, I'm going to grab him because now he's not going to block, and GG's.